Good morning, everyone. Lovely to see you all today. Fine, some blustery. Is anyone else having bluster? I'm experiencing some bluster outside today. We'll be making the Starbucks Espresso Roast. Their Christmas drink. Jonathan, hello. Balthazar, Joe. Oh, look, everyone's chiming in. So sweet. This is a vintage 2018. It can't be 1918. Starbucks was around in 1918, so I would say vintage. It's created this year, like any other fucking coffee would be made this year, featuring the rare aged Sumatra as opposed to the common Sumatra. Because sometimes there's too much of that shit Sumatra everywhere. Hi, Jonathan. Good morning, Joe. Andrew. Clarence is watching. God bless you, Clarence. And I got these on. We're going on safari today in many ways. Sammy, let's enjoy ourselves. I have cups, as you all know. The kettle, we're all familiar, correct? Let's read. Shall we read? We crafted this blend back in 2010, so why the fuck I say 18? Putting forth what we love about Christmas blend and espresso roast. Like Christmas blend, the recipe brings together Latin American, Indonesian, and aged Sumatran. Is that a country? Can someone fill me in? Mark, Balthazar, someone? Balthazar says, would you ever try civet coffee? Sure, why not? I'm open. I'll try anything once, provided it's a coffee that I don't know about. Michelle says, happy Sunday, RJ and fellow viewers. And I commend you, Michelle, for not saying hi to only me, but to everyone in this little chat here. It's very democratic of you. But please, I'm trying to read. Sumatran beans and accentuates the herbal. Let's talk about that. Is it herb or is it herb? Because I had an Uncle Herb, and calling him Uncle Herb would have been stupid. He was a herb guy. I wonder if Herb said herb. You know, if Herb had some parsley. Similar to our espresso roast, it has heft. Lots of it, it says here. You ever see like an older woman with just very heavy breasts? They're not only large, but you think, God, they must be very heavy. That's what I think of when I hear the word heft. By roasting darker, we balance the spice notes with caramelly, which is obviously not a word, sweetness. A bold cup made for those who appreciate an intense flavor, full body, and lingering roasty notes. So 20 minutes, it'll almost be like LSD. You know how you have LSD and like 30 years later, you're supposed to get like a flash high? I'll have lingering roasty notes. Ideal for espresso beverages and equally superb as brewed coffee, which is what we're doing today. Balthazar says civet is a country. I don't own an atlas, but I will look it up, so thank you. Clarence says, hi, RJ. Would it be great if you have Finn Balor on your show someday? You two can bring the fun in being funny. You know what, Clarence? Tweet him and don't stop tweeting him. Tweet him every single day until you get an answer. I'm open. Balthazar says, every day at the hospital. Do you work at the hospital, Balthazar, or are you in long-term care? Russell says, we are drinking Dolce de Leche this fine morning. Good morning, RJ. Good morning to you. And I hope you're feeling loose. That sounds exciting. Angel says, good morning, sweetheart. And it's so ironic to me that someone who's named Angel is calling me sweetheart. I wish you a very wonderful day. Balthazar says, no, Sumatra coffee is probably... No, Sumatra is probably civet. Oh, civet is the cat shit coffee. I had the cat shit coffee with David Arquette, who is probably currently bleeding right now. But when I first met him in New Orleans, he spent $300 on the cat shit coffee, and you know what? It tasted like cat shit. Not fancy cat shit, but actual cat shit. So there you go. Jason says, your boy Dave had a great death match the other day. Did you run to his aid? No, I didn't run to his aid because I want to stay alive. Thank you. Anyway, let's get to work here. I ground these already. I hope nobody minds. Yes? Who is it?
Hey, it's Solo.
Oh my God,
Hi.
it's a wrestler and canine wrestling expert,
This is true.
Solo Darling. How are you?
I'm great.
Was
Did you know it's snowing?
Yeah, well, it's blustery.
Yeah, it's great. I was
Yes.
just trying to climb a tree because I wanted to see how that would feel with all the snow on it.
And?
It's not my best work.
Yeah.
It's not my best
Did
work.
you climb in this?
Yeah, just like dusted it off real quick.
And what do you have underwear-wise?
So
If you back up, I can do. There you go.
So
and they're
I'm really
hamburgers.
feeling boxer briefs right now.
Okay.
I feel like you guys have had this on lock for
Yeah.
quite some time, and I was like, I'm feeling curious.
I'm not too crazy about the length. I wish they were short.
Yeah,
You know?
these are almost. I mean, these are full shorts for me,
And
and they're the short ones.
And are these men's or are they women's?
Oh right, no, men's.
Okay.
Like, straight up.
So how do you determine what size you are as a man?
I had to guess
Okay.
because I make my gear, and I was like, I think I'm this. I'm a large male.
My theory is men and women can almost wear the same underwear because I feel like this area, right,
yeah.
would be a bulge here, but I also feel like a lot of women would have larger behinds.
It's just
so I
kinda
feel like that would
it
compensate.
does,
right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing
And then
some
you don't need
success.
you don't have the hole. You don't need the hole for anything.
I didn't even
That's
check,
a little maze.
actually.
You don't need it.
I
It's if
should've.
I just pull it down when
It's
I
a
go to
hole.
the. Amelia says, I agree with Solo. In regards to what? I don't know.
Thank
Clarence says, RJ, I finally got Pokemon.
you. Ooh.
Let's Go Pikachu today on Nintendo Switch. It's back to Kanto like it was 1999 when I first got started as a Pokemon trainer, playing Pokemon Yellow in my Tuzis floral briefs I'm wearing. You know who would love this story? Finn Balor. Dan Murphy. Do you know Dan Murphy?
Yeah, I do know Dan Murphy.
Dan C. Did you make the list?
I didn't make the list.
She didn't make the fucking list, Dan.
I didn't make
You know, Dan makes
I
the
got a
list,
thumbs
the PWI list.
the
I was in the list, the men's list, and you got shut out. But the women's is smaller. What is it, 100?
Yeah.
Expand the list. Or just bump her up a
101.
few.
I'll do 101.
Take
The
out
first one.
Casey Spinelli between you and I. You can swap out. She's not going to know. Who else is? Ian says, is there enough coffee for all of us on this blustery morning? I'm a cheap date. I drink mine black. Sure. Tell us a little about yourself, Ian.
Yeah.
Sorry, are you familiar with coffee? Do you make the coffee often?
I make the coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the scoops?
I
do
I
four
have a
scoops.
machine and I do it and I hit a button. So I guess that's a.
Wait, you
that's
have
not
like the
really-
pod machine?
No, I don't know
Okay.
how to operate those.
Because I think those
It's like
kill you.
You put a thing in it and then you just hit a button and it beeps.
You put a thing?
Yeah.
Do you want to
filter.
take a second? Yes, okay. So you have grounds like similar to this.
Yeah.
All right, let's just call the coffee maker.
That's what
Get in there. Get your whole
It's-
face in there. Yeah.
Is it vintage?
It's a vintage 18, but it was made in 2010. It's quite a conundrum.
That's complex.
Colleen says guys always get the better clothes. Do you feel like that? Do you find yourself buying men's clothes?
Half and half. Half and half. I'm literally down the middle right now because now I'm into guys' sweatpants
Okay.
that are small and boxer briefs now. I'm like really like,
Right.
this is great.
It's good for you.
Yeah, but small shirts. for
Um,
girls.
Jason says, whoa, you make your own gear. Good stuff.
Thanks. I do. I had fun.
Do you make real clothes too?
Not yet.
Like wrestling uses fake clothes.
Yeah, I like making fake clothes. I also like making clothes for Officer Magnum. Those are the realest
Yes.
clothes I make.
And Officer Magnum is her dog, who is a Pekingese. He's a
Basset Hound Golden Retriever.
Basset Hound Golden Retriever.
Yeah.
Which means what? What is his personality? He's spunky?
He's a super mellow.
Yeah.
He's mostly apathetic.
He seems to be bordering on, lethargic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets riled up when he feels like it.
Seems like almost as close to a dog could be to being a cat in
Yeah.
that personality sense.
Mm-hmm.
Solo, you deserve a French press. This is the
Thank
French
you.
press, and it's
This
time
is a
you
French
traded up.
Okay.
Mark says, I
This
stepped
is
away
fine.
for a shower, returned, and someone I don't know turned up. Hello, lady, I do not know.
I actually
That's
prefer
Marky.
that name.
That's fine.
I do not know.
Lady, I do not know, darling. Okay, so, and you have things. You brought other things. here.
I wanted to share some of my cosmetic fun with you.
That's a guest. They bring something.
I do. I have two things, and one I brought a little small one of it. This is cup of coffee mask.
Oh my.
So I'll kind of get, if you see it, it's coffee grounds and agave, and it's really
Is
good for
agave
you.
really worth anything? You hear everyone talk about it. You only
So I don't know how it is inside, but I know it feels good on my face parts.
usually
So-
people I don't like eat agave nectar. Like that's how I determine I don't like you.
Oh.
You say agave or ground flax, I go.
Oh no,
sorry.
there's no ground flax in
Okay.
it. But then again, you don't have to eat this. This can
So
go
this
on
is
your
called-
face
okay.
parts.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. First of all, no.
No,
not
no? Okay.
yet. I felt a rumbling in my heart. Go ahead.
And this is that's one.
Yes.
I also brought Rudolph.
You really pronounce the L there. A lot of people just go
Rudolph.
Dolph. Rudolph.
Yeah.
Dolph. How do you say almond?
Almond. But caramel.
Quam?
Qualm?
Yeah,
Qualm.
There's an L. Good. Very good. So go ahead. Sorry.
And it has
Rudolph.
his nose. It has Rudolph's nose.
Which is what? Edible?
I wouldn't. I mean, practically, it's like grocery items for your skin.
Watch that.
This
No,
is a
keep
bowl.
talking. But
Oh,
yes.
that's fine. It's probably fine.
No, I burnt my hand horribly once.
Oh, there's
Please be
agave. This one.
Oh, really? So I can just rub
It's a
this
natural-
on myself?
Yeah.
All of
Bird
this,
healer.
is it, they say all natural or whatever? Is that
Yeah.
what they say?
Organic, vegetarian, mostly vegan if it has the V on it.
Does that mean I can eat it or no? Like not
It's not
recreationally, not with a salad, but it's
Right,
not
not with
gonna
a
kill me. I
salad,
see what
but
you're
if you ate it, it would be better than eating like a CVS mask. No offense, CVS.
Wow. Really guns a-blazing here. How do you feel about Walgreens? You're against the Walgreens people too?
Listen, Walgreens. I mean, their masks aren't.
So I set the timer. If you're not familiar with the press, it has to sit for 4 minutes.
Oh, great. I'm terrible with timers. I
Should
just like
we-
wing it. So,
Should we apply
do you
this
want,
in
do you want a cup
performance?
of coffee or do you want chocolate mud mask?
I want the coffee thematically.
Just wanted to see. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You gonna do it?
Yeah,
ready?
well, what do I go like this?
Yeah, and then
Like I'm playing baseball.
yeah,
Just like this?
just like that. But I'm
Okay.
gonna Simba you.
Okay. Oh, this kind of reminds me of Ash Wednesday. But I have a very sloppy priest. He's like, hey, the father, go to recess.
Go. You're fine. Say a Hail Mary.
Michelle says the Value Village game show was some stellar work. I don't know if you saw this. I hosted a retro game show
That's awesome.
at Value Village. Floyd says, I just heard a guy say they eat bees' pollen. Do you bring, what were you saying? You bring honey to shows?
I do. I carry emergency honey along with emergency snacks.
I also look like I'm in a fight in a war that I know I'm going to lose.
It's work.
What do we do when we go out there? They have guns and tanks and everything, right? Put a bit of mud on your face, and maybe you'll blend in
Got
a
it.
little.
There you go.
Floyd says, you love rubbing things on yourself, RJ.
Who doesn't?
I guess I do. Yeah.
doesn't, though?
I love
Are you-
myself. I love to rub.
Are,
I should
are
love to
you
rub-
mad about rubbing stuff on yourself? I'm not mad about it. I actually bought a large one of these and did the entire body in coffee grounds once.
This
Yeah.
is great. And so this just sits.
For like 15 minutes.
No, there seems to be areas you're not putting it, where I just look like an annoying kid who's been in a park,
There you go.
you know, and had an accident.
You can get it everywhere. Here,
Jason-
you need a little more. Yeah,
Oh,
need a
thank
little-
you.
need a little-
It doesn't taste bad. I can't wait for WWE to buy the video library for this show to put on the network. It would be a lot easier if we had a guest like Finn Balor, Clarence. I hope you're tweeting him. Jonathan says Agave Wednesday. Yes, this is the new Ash
Agave
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So I feel so much closer to God, and he has better skin than I realized. Is God a woman? How do you think? What do you think?
I think genderless.
Genderless. He's just a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But does that mean he has a penis and a vagina, or just nothing, like a Ken doll?
If you're God, you can choose.
He can just go, pah, penis.
He's like, ooh, penis day.
Fascinating. Mark said, where's your rotational pour? Sometimes when I pour, I go around. But she said I didn't want to burn the poor woman.
Yeah.
I got guests. Got to be considerate. If you're goosenecking, it's demanded for a nice vortex. So the long pour is a gooseneck.
Okay.
And he demands that you kind of get at it from both sides. Well, now that I look so much more tactical.
You're ready for more.
Amelia says you rub it on, not in. Yes, I am grinding it into my face, so I should probably stop. And
Does
then
it feel?
Michelle says, I feel like Mel Gibson is going to show up in a kilt at any moment.
Nobody's mad about that.
Nobody's mad about that. How is David doing after his death match? I called him and I said, sorry. He said, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm bleeding. So that's all I know.
That's a good sign for where he's at.
Adam says, hey, RJ, it's been a while. Hope you're okay. As you can see, I'm doing incredibly, incredibly well. Is this supposed to tighten around my face?
It will.
And
it does, but it doesn't dry because you can, yeah.
Okay.
Just like imagine like drums are playing,
and
really heavy drums.
Okay. Yes, thank you. And I'm on. My wife and I went to Africa, and we thought we'd join this tribe. So we put the mud on our faces. As it, what was I gonna say? What were we talking? Oh yes. So what is this? So what does this do to my? What is this doing to my face?
So it's gonna exfoliate you a little bit,
Okay.
and also the caffeine is gonna help invigorate and tighten your skin. And
So let's say I'm a loose, flaky guy.
This is the mask for you.
This is
Also,
the
if you
mask
want to
for me.
wake up, it helps wake up your skin.
Right. And this is from Lush.
Yeah.
Here is the timer's off, but we'll continue my sentence because it's very important. My issue with Lush is that I walk in and there's so many wonderful smells, but altogether they're overpowering.
Oh yeah.
It's too much.
You need to train for that. You should probably go in with the mask on.
But you said
Yep.
there's a way
There's a way. There's a hack.
neutralize, because you know when you're smelling the bath bombs, you walk around and you're like, oh, what's this? Avocado. There's a Bot Boy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
The blue one.
Ichabod, yeah.
Yes, okay. Butterball.
Yeah.
See, I know my-
Butterball's really, it's really delicious.
So you smell it. You smell one, right? You know what I do? The other problem I have is I bring it too close to my face and I
You
get it
get
on my
the
nose.
yeah. I try to let people know, at least by the time I'm ringing them up, like, hey,
Yeah.
you got a little close.
Well, sometimes I just like to look like I have a good time. So I do it. I smell one, and then you say,
yeah, so if it's too much,
Yeah.
you gotta like lift your shirt and put it over your nose. So you smell yourself.
smell yourself.
Yourself is what neutralizes you. It like cleans your nose palate.
Amazing.
It's a
That's
technical
the
term.
cracker between the wine, right? Wine tasting.
Oh.
Okay, someone hasn't been. That's fine. Ken says the B.
Drink
Arthur
one.
rub. Start a GoFundMe for B. Arthur rub.
B. Arthur?
Can you make the people at Lush? Do they take suggestions?
Yeah, they do, because we do like charity pot and we do a lot of campaigns.
Well, she has a charity, a fund that I donate to. It helps LGBTQ
Q. Yeah.
youth in New York.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be a good charity because I don't know. Everyone else is whatever. Balthazar says, what TV dad would transition the best as a wrestler or manager? I'll let you field that one first.
What's the dad from Raising Hope?
What?
Raising Hope.
Raising Hope.
Raising Hope.
Do you mean Hope and Faith with Kelly Ripa? That one? Or do you mean Grace Under Fire with the wonderful Brett Butler?
Raising Hope with the mom
Raising Arizona?
it's a TV show that's like pretty recent.
Okay.
But I watched it on like
lost.
Hulu/Netflix.
Mm.
But the mom was in the Goonies.
Okay. She was the mom in the Goonies?
And
Or
the
she was
dad reminds me of Henry Rollins.
Okay. Well, look him up and get back to us. My
I can't
choice
remember his name. I know I follow him on Instagram too.
would be the wonderful Reginald Vell Johnson, who played Carl Winslow in Family Matters, because him and Steve wrestled the Bushwhackers. I don't know if you remember this.
No.
So I feel like he's already got the
yeah,
experience.
his toe is in.
Yeah.
Toes in the water.
Yeah. Floyd says, you look like you just got makeup prepared for the shot after a slapstick gag where you fall in poo.
Mm.
Well, that's fun. Speaking of, David Arquette has a wonderful poo. He did a movie called See Spot Run, has a dog. I think you would like it.
I'm already into it.
And he just slips in a bunch of dog shit. And he's like, there's shit everywhere. No, that's Bob Saget, right? From Dirty Work. Benjamin says, looking good. Thanks. All right, let's press. Are you ready?
Okay.
Let's press together. You put your, and then I will. And if we could pan down so slowly as we.
This is therapeutic.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm going. She doesn't realize this, but she's had her eyes closed like this for 45 minutes. That's how deep and powerful this is. Isn't that amazing? Thank you all for sticking with us. Benjamin says, looking good, thanks. Sounds good, Ben. Ken says, did you win last night, RJ? Did I win? No, I lost. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll get over it. You know, right? Did you win?
No.
You lost.
Oh yeah.
Two losers here with mud on their face. Michelle says, you can sniff coffee in between scents. That cleanses your palate too.
That is true.
So maybe I should walk into Lush with a coffee. Would they be open to me doing a show from there?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're
You should
open.
literally just come to a show at ours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle says Martha Plimpton plays the mom on Raising Hope. Yes, but who plays the dad, Michelle? Pay
Michelle,
attention.
help.
God, I'm so sorry. Michelle can be so hard to work with sometimes. I
Garrett.
apologize. Jonathan says coffee beans work as an. By the way, Jonathan Rollins is my former university professor, so he drops a lot of knowledge when we need it.
Drop the
Coffee beans
knowledge.
work as an olfactory palate cleanser, but then you have to walk around Lush with a handful of coffee beans as you do, which is why I have them in my
Right.
pocket.
I satchel them.
Yeah. This is a good question.
Mm.
You know, I used to eat them as a child. They were so much fun. I used to eat a lot. I used to eat sand.
Yeah.
I was a very
yeah.
tactile.
But hasn't everyone tried coffee beans and sand?
Here we go. Garrett Delahunt is the main character dad on Raising Hope. That show was by the same guy who created My Name is Earl. And the chubby sidekick for My Name is Earl was Sean Hunter's best friend on Boy Meets World. And in the show, his father was Vader. Yeah, I don't know why it was whatever.
6 degrees.
Yeah, whatever. It was 20. Is David your wrestling partner, or does he just follow you around driving in your blind spot? That's probably the best way to describe him. Balthazar is sweet. He said Garrett Delahunt, and I'll give him credit too. Floyd says, I feel betrayed. I tweeted David telling him you'd make him a victim. Yeah, and then now look who's the victim. See what happens? Ethan Supley, says Jason. All right, we'll sit on that and keep it for later. Let's pour. I got you. Oh, somebody got me this lovely mug in Pittsburgh. I could vomit just looking at it.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that adorable? And I will give you the Demon Bunny mug because you're an animal in many ways.
Yeah.
You're a bee.
Yeah.
You're a bee gal.
I'm a bee gal.
And what do you?
I used
and what does that mean? You sell things at farmers markets. Does
Yeah,
anyone want this honey?
Hey,
No
guys,
one.
I got this honey.
It's always one guy selling the exact same bee shit, and it's not his. He had nothing to do with it. God, what an asshole. Okay, all right. Shall we pour? How do you take your coffee?
Sweet.
Sweet? Okay, well, I have just the thing for you. You're going to love it. First of all, let's try this black and comment on the vintage fakakta bullshit here. And then we'll... Let's... To our health. Or something. It's too hot. It's too hot. I'm getting nothing. Last time I follow some kayfabe, says Floyd. Leave it to me and I'll be the first 30-year-old man to fall for a wrestling plot line. You know, wrestling kayfabe, as I said, and you can tell me this is true. The joy of wrestling, to me, is pretending to hate someone that everyone thinks I actually like, but in real life, I low-key hate them.
That is true.
So the joke is on you. You think it's fake, but it's not that fake. Colleen says the demon should come from morning coffee. Yeah, she's a little angry, you know. Donna says Folgers. Not a crazy,
Folgers.
no. That's not the best part of waking up.
That's not.
I would say, what is the best part of waking up for you?
So I like making my coffee, and then I just recently put a donut in one.
Mm-hmm.
That's winning right now. I don't think it can be habit, but if that was like a once a week treat,
I feel like they crumble too easily in the coffee.
You just have.
I like dipping hard Italian bread in my coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, because it holds.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up with saltines in my coffee.
Wow, I should do. I don't have any.
Saltines.
Wow. Have you turned your back on ghee, says Michelle. No, I haven't. But when I blend it, it explodes the blender and I got coffee all over the ceiling. So for practical purposes, are you fine? You're okay?
Yeah, I'm just laughing at that.
Good morning. Lisa says good morning from New York.
Hey, what part
Isn't
of New
that,
York?
What part of New York? I'm going to say Queens-ish. Around Queens.
Queens-ish.
Keith says RJ is the best. I guess Solo will leave. Colleen says the best part of waking up is going back to sleep. Ha! That looks like something that should be painted on a wooden sign. That should be hanging at a woman's doorway. Hold on, you were saying sweet. You're going to enjoy this. Not pods. It's French vanilla creamer. It has no dairy.
What?
It's coconut cream and almonds.
Yeah, I dig that.
And sea salt. And sunflower lecithin?
Lecithin?
Lecithin.
Yeah.
No, Lisa said, no, you got it. So she is from Queens.
Yeah.
And you are from the Bronx.
I am from the Bronx. The Enchanted Forest is actually the Bronx.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that really stretches the definition of enchanted.
It's a really long bridge you got to build to get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let it, ruminate in there. Russell says, the best part of waking up is RJ on my iPhone. Sing it in the jingle. The best part of waking up is RJ on my iPhone. The syllables don't work, Russell. You're giving me material that is
if you stretch the
substandard.
Y, like make the I small, it becomes one.
Keith here just said Buffalo and then was nice enough to put a space between the last letter and the
So you
exclamation
think
mark.
it's like Buffalo?
Yes. Character equals wrestling personality or whatever. You know who's watching? The wonderful Terrence. You familiar with that guy?
Terrence.
Yeah, take a guess who that guy is.
Terrence Green?
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
A Rhino has decided to watch the show.
Oh.
See? And good luck on your marina. And I look forward to visiting you. And I will when it's seasonal, whenever. What's boating season? Let me know when boating season is. And I'll come and I'll do it from the high seas. Or the lake. Michigan is not close to a sea. There's a lake. I'll do it from the lake. The high lake.
Yeah.
People say the high lake.
I don't say the high lake. But I can get on it. I can get on the
Right.
lake.
Lakes really get the shit in the stick because you can't, like, you break up with somebody, you never hear, don't worry, there's many fish in the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
It's
the
not
Bronx
very-
is like a lake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody says there's many fish in the Bronx.
No. And they're all a little, like, murky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Slush.
Yes.
Like
I'm terrified
slush-
of lakes, by the way. Most bodies of
What?
water. I
'Cause
like
you
to
can't
see my
crystal
feet.
it, or- Yeah, okay.
I don't like mystery. If
No?
you want to terrify me, just shutterflies.
Yeah?
Because whatever
Yeah.
is in my mind is worse than whatever you could come up with.
You know who's also afraid of that is Officer Magnum.
A dog.
Yeah.
So how do you sleep? You keep the lights on?
Yeah, I got nightlight. But if the nightlight makes shadows, game over.
Oh.
Terrified of shadows.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does he do with fireworks?
Not good.
Mm.
Yeah. For an officer of the law, fireworks don't happen. We can't
Yeah,
have them.
no.
I put like my earmuffs on them.
And it keeps them on?
He tolerates them.
Fascinating. Balthazar says, what's the worst wrestling trope you encounter a lot?
I can tell you one of my favorites is getting like held in the invisible rope.
Yeah.
It's invisible, no one's there, and
Yes.
then they chop you.
Oh, they put your
Like,
arms
you
back.
put your hair like, yeah.
And then you're like, I
here we
can't
go.
move.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I did a whole practice match with some students like that where we had to focus on that and I had to like for real be stuck.
Oh.
It was good mime work.
Nice. It is good
It
mime
was
work.
really
Wrestling
fun.
is good mime. My favorite wrestling trope is the yelling. So loud.
It's you gotta yell a lot.
Everything
I'm
is
blown up yelling.
so loud. But even when they come out, you ever hear people come out and guys are like, they will fucking roar? They'll be like, roar! You're an adult.
Uh-huh.
I know you speak English.
No.
Say something.
Muppet
What else
sounds.
anything at all? Literal Muppet sounds.
Yeah.
I feel like it's animal versus animal.
Oh.
Lewis says he's joining late. That's
That's
sorry.
all right. Better late than never. Andrew.
Taryn says he's a big fan, and I'm a big fan of you. Andrew says, thank your dog for his service.
Thank you. I will.
Andrew is an actual policeman.
Oh.
Policeman? Policeman?
Policeman.
I didn't really accentuate the A. Michelle says, don't forget to take your masks off. You'll look like they're pretty comfortable and so non-intrusive that you could forget it's on.
That's true with this one. It does not get crispy.
Mm.
Yeah. There's no crisp effect.
Oh.
You gotta remember to take it off.
Rhino says, that would be awesome. Coffee, underwear, and boating. That makes for a great Sunday. Let me know when,
Yeah.
and I will do this.
I'm down for
And
a
I would
boat.
love this. Not you. You don't host the
I
show.
want to do a boat.
She'll have to ask. But us, we're good. I'll see. We'll think. I'll see what the numbers are on this episode, and we'll go from there. Michelle says, or leave them on and hit Walgreens for fun. And go, yeah, Walgreens, you have shitty masks.
Hey guys, this is way better.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to come in here and say that.
Floyd says, what's your favorite mime trope?
Did everyone see the trailer for the Pikachu detective movie?
Yes, they did the
With Mr. Mime?
Mr. Mime.
It was an England
Yes.
regional.
Yes.
So you can't get him out here.
Right.
Yeah. Like
He,
if that were real.
He did the old box.
So yeah, and then
Yeah.
he hits the wall. Like,
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great.
I don't, the thing that bothers me about mimes is really, really good mimes. They'll do stuff just amazing, very subtle, and they'll go, he's in a box, there's a rope, whatever the deal is.
Yeah.
And then when they have to demonstrate confusion, they go, like, it's so large. You just made me believe in a box.
Yeah.
You can tone it down. To me, that's the mime version of yelling.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's super loud.
But, and then they
Super
go,
loud.
and then they're thinking, there's a problem. They can't get out of the box, and then they go, wait,
Yeah.
that's, I have the night. It's just,
Nobody
dude,
really does that.
no one does that.
I might start.
Idiot mime. We're gonna usher in the new era of like a cinema verite mime work. Like, oh, that was very understated. I almost forgot he was a mime. He didn't do anything. Dave said, "Did someone poop on your faces?"
wait.
Gee, that's mature,
Hey.
Dave.
Oh.
Did someone poo on your face this morning? Probably in your soul, Dave. Someone just shot on your soul with horrible language like that. Um,
Can't watch that.
Look Who's Talking 4, Pikachu Detective. Gregory Iron is watching. Do you know Greg?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Greg. I'm teaming with him next week in Buffalo.
Oh, that'd
And
be
do you
fun.
know our name?
What's your name?
A Handcrafted.
Yeah.
Oh. It's pretty good. He's the second of my tag team partners to be on the Steve Austin show and then mention my name. And then Austin goes, yeah, RJ City, I'm familiar with the name. And then says nothing else. And I'm dying. I'm like, can you give me any indication? You can say, oh, he's a piece of shit. I'd be like, okay, at least he's, he just knows the name.
One more.
Clarence,
That's it.
tweet Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Balthazar says, what do you think of top rope? What do you think of the top rope to a group of people that just stare patiently and still? What do you think of the trope?
Oh.
Right? Balthazar, try this again. This makes no sense.
Yeah. Help.
Dave said, yes, somebody shat on his soul.
Oh,
Floyd says, you are ushering, well, here's to you. And he uses the poop emoji.
Drink some alcohol.
Greg says, Stone Cold Steve Austin loves you. I say bullshit, Greg, until I hear those words come out of his goateed mouth.
I need to hear it.
Oh my God. How do you feel about this? Do you like it?
I like this a lot.
All right. Now, what do we do? How do we take these off?
You need to get a towel.
Just a towel?
Yeah, you get hot water and a towel.
Hot water?
Yeah.
We have hot water.
I prefer hot water.
Okay. Why don't you do yours first?
All right.
Okay.
It's warming up.
It's warming. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. It's not instant. Is this your? Oh,
That's mine.
we swapped. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Greg says, what? I said, get Steve Austin to say he loves me. It's not that hard, Greg.
No,
I've done
no,
stuff
just-
for you.
Yeah.
And it just comes off. And then you go on it, it's still clean. All right.
There it is.
Another towel here.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. It's warm.
Yeah.
It's mega warm.
You know what? Maybe I'll keep it on.
They can keep it on?
Yeah, I'll keep it on for now. I'll see how it goes. All right. Well, what did you think of the coffee?
I thought it was really delicious. Usually I put like 8 Splenda in a large coffee.
But you don't need it.
But I don't need it.
You need a
I
little
just
nut
need a
box
little.
here.
I've not had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Well, and you haven't had a French press.
No.
No, and you've certainly
haven't
never been
been-
on Rhino's boat.
I've not been on Rhino's boat.
Justin Plummer is watching. I don't know why. Joe says what? We're all saying, well, I'm getting what chance in the comment section? Very original, guys. Oh, God, Stone Cold for sure loves you, dude. You could have been his nemesis, but you were so much younger. Yes, and I'm also not fond of the 90s. I'd be like, take off your shorts.
Not fun in the 90s?
No. Like, I stopped, like, in 1981, I was like, the world is no good. I'm going to keep looking backwards.
Okay, that's fair.
Anyway, oh wait, Balthazar says, I was watching War Games last night, and there were 2 top rope moves that resulted in a group of people just standing still and watching, waiting for the other person to do something. I could never understand that trope.
Ooh. Yeah. Like you're frozen in time.
Yeah.
Like you're just waiting.
I don't have the problem because I don't hang out in groups. I go, I don't want to be a part of this. There's
He's
not
gotta
good,
go.
There's no good conversation
He's
in
gotta
a
go.
group. In a group.
Chop some broccoli in that coffee?
Oh, perhaps. That's something we could look into at another day. Greg says, I've never been on Rhino's boat, but I think we would make great Gilligans. Okay, Greg, if you get Steve Austin to say he loves me, I will get you on Rhino's boat. Maybe as a first mate or something.
That seems like a really good deal.
And meanwhile, she's, in many ways swabbing her poop deck as we speak. Well, this has been the show. I'm sorry, we do a final spin with the cups and the whole thing. I hit a decent enough pun. That took me a while to get there, so I feel like we should leave. All right, all right. Maybe you should stand a little. Yeah, okay.
To be.
Yeah, okay. This is like one of those illusions. This woman's actually small. Okay.
I don't know.
Which way are you going?
I don't know. You want to go that way?
Well,
You go
at
this
least,
way?
okay. Go. Are you spinning? You're not spinning. Why are you spinning?
Okay.
Yes, we're spinning. That's the whole point of the... All right, well, I'm going to go take this off of my face. Your face is now all
I can
red
help you.
because you
I'll
rubbed it
help
with a
you.
hot towel.
It's really good.
So I have
Hot
little
water,
faith
you
in this
can't
process.
beat hot water.
Yes, well, thank you for coming on, and good luck in the war. God bless.